Hey guys, so here's the first of our videos testing out the new format. Obviously the list just came out less than an hour ago, and so things are still pretty up in the air. Through these series of duels, you'll see me test out some stuff that I think will be really good. For those of you who know me, I've been playing Gear for like the past probably year or so, if not longer. Pretty good deck. I think it'll be really good next format. Although that's not what I'm going to be testing today, since I've already played it so much and I already know that I think it'll be good. And so instead, I'm going to be testing some other stuff that I think will be pretty cool. Obviously, Constellars now have that third tanky. I forgot to add this in. Um, I passed the limit. And a lot of the interesting thing about like decks like Constellars and Fire Fist and even Gear, right, are that they saw a lot of success when they mained Floodgate cards like Imperial Iron Wall and Vanity's Emptiness, and it'll be interesting to see just how relevant those cards become, or are no longer relevant now that Dragon Rulers aren't a thing. And I actually haven't edited this deck yet for the new format. What I'm gonna try out today for you guys is my plant kind of princess level 8 deck with 3 tour guides, 2 lone fires, a bunch of trade-ins and 1-for-1s. You can see here, the deck is still pretty rough, and I expect I'll get a lot of dead hands at least starting off. But I play the 3 Wing Blast to discard some stuff, and I play the 3 trade-in and the 1-for-1, and so hopefully it won't be too dead, and I'll have Maxi, Gores, and Tragodia to rely on. Always able to use Lone Fire to get the Dandy to stall, whatever. But so this is kind of a mix of like the Mythic Dragon stuff that we were seeing near the end of this past format. The plant engine, obviously Debris, Maxi, Lone Fire, Dandy, Veiler, and then 3 tour guides. And I included the tour guides because I really wanted the Gores and Tragodia anyway, and I was going to play the 3 Veilers as a tuner for 1-for-1, and so it just kind of made sense. Oh, I don't think I added Spore. My apologies, folks. And I'll probably take out like a Mythic Tree Dragon probably, cause Mythic Water is pretty good, right? Because I have Shirobami, who can be special summoned when she's on the field, and I can go Lone Fire into her into Water Dragon for a rank 8. But again, like it's all pretty rough, and so we'll see how it tests. And even the extra deck, right, is pretty not very very good. But we'll see. We'll see. So I'll be dueling Geo, our other Crownless King YouTube manager, and so I hope you guys like it. I don't know what he's gonna use, but Geo loves zombies, and so I suspect that's what he'll be using. But we'll see in just a bit. All right, guys. So here's the duel with Geo, and let's see how it goes. And remember, this is like super rough, so don't judge me too bad if I make any misplays or if my deck choices seem pretty weird, because I just kind of threw this together based on Theorio that might not even be that relevant anymore. So this isn't too bad, right? I opened the Wood and Water Dragon. Kind of sucks that I might have to get rid of Black Soldier for the trade-in because I really want to dig a little deeper, but let's see if there's a... Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to trade in for the Black Luster Soldier, even though I love having access to him. Drew another trade-in. The one Redox I don't like too much. It's level 7, but I think I'm gonna go Mythic Tree into Water Dragon. Effective Tree to copy. And so now they're both level 8. And I think he's just reading it right now. And then I'm gonna overlay for Felgrand, who I think is like really hard to get rid of. He's got 28, yeah. I can also get this guy, but he doesn't really do anything right now. And Dragula, if you control your hand, so Dragulon's not bad because I could special summon the Redox, I guess, but that doesn't seem like it'll do anything. And so I'm gonna set the Phoenix Wing, then turn. I don't know. I guess that was a good first turn play, right? Because now I have a Dragula, a Felgran that's really hard to kill, and I have this Valor and the Wing Blast for the with the Redox, right? But like, and once the Redox is engraved, right, I'll have Mythic Tree to do some powerful plays. Um, and again, I don't know what Geo's playing right now. Oh, he's playing Hunders. Um, so he, hmm. Um, I don't think I'll use the Wing Blast right now just because he has so much back row and anything he activates, I can just chain to to make Felgran not care. So we'll just draw and see what happens. Okay, drew the tour guide. That's always nice. I don't have anything banished yet, but once I want to make the Redox live, um, damn, I should have kept that Blackluster Soldier, right? Whatever. So I'm just gonna try to attack, um, and then hopefully he doesn't have like an Honest or anything. Um, so I'll chain, and I'll get rid of the Wood Dragon, and then he'll probably make like a Mirror Force now, but that's okay. I'll make that trade almost any day. Okay. And so now Phoenix Chain is negating his effect to not be prevented by Book of Moon. So now I think he flips face down. Um, uh, um, right, yeah, because Phoenix Chain would negate his attack and negate his effect, and then he gets flipped face down. Okay. Um, and you know what? I could have probably Wing Blasted the chain, but I'm pretty bad, and I didn't even think of that. I'm so pretty bad, pretty awful. But again, like the worst thing you can do right now, right, is like make a rank 4 or see like it didn't even do anything for him because he didn't draw the monster. So I'm just gonna flip Felgran back up and I'm just gonna run over that Maw Hunder, hoping he didn't draw into the Honest. Nice, nice. Um, and he takes damage for that. Um, and I'm just gonna end my turn because I'm in a really good position now with 5 in hand, a Phoenix Wind Blast, and and he just scoops. Yeah, sweet. So I know you guys didn't actually see the deck at all, other than like mythic stuff. But you know, sometimes those are like that. And you know, Hunter's just got what, like first or second at an ARG, and I think they topped at a regional, and so this is not a bad deck. Although the Ivory or the Ebony Dragon, you know, obviously hurt him a little bit. Um, and then I win the rock paper scissors again. I don't think either of us have side decks, so these are just a bunch of game ones. But you know, that's how you test, right? You want to make sure your first hands are as relevant as possible. And this is a pretty bad first hand, actually, except I drew the trade in, thank God. So I can trade in the Cherubimi. Um, and I have the Max C's in case he does anything, but it's not that good against his deck. And so hopefully I'll draw into something more powerful. Oh, this is great. Okay, I drew the Lone Fire. I think I'm just going to end and then summon the Tragodia, and then next turn Lone Fire into probably Titanial or something. Um, and then I can like attack and then overlay, um, and you know just see what's up. Although I can go Lone Fire into Cherubimi because it's got a pretty good effect. Because if it's destroyed or sent at all, I get a special summon a plant from my deck, and so why wouldn't I want to do that? So I'll ask for his response. Um, you know, the nice thing about plants, right, is that they're just so able to deck thin just consistently. And I don't know if I want to get rid of this Lone Fire, actually. I mean, I guess I want to thin the deck, but he's pretty good. And then Cherubimi can let me get another Lone Fire. I think I'm just going to summon the Cherubimi in defense mode um, and end my turn. And you know what? That probably wasn't like the best play, but again, like I made this deck on a whim, and you know, there's not even like a list for it, right? got a bunch of cards I thought would work well together. And Cherubim, lets me toolbox any plant from my deck, including my big level 8. So um, I'm not like too worried about the fact. Um, and so because Cherubim's effect is so good, it actually just lets me start putting pressure on the board in the form of a tour guide. I'm probably gonna go like Zen mains. And I have and so like if he torrentials me or something. Um, oh, one thing I didn't think about is the fact that I'm gonna have to put like a Night Assailant or something in, because I don't have Sangin anymore. Yeah, I need to change that. But I'm just gonna get the Zen mains out, and so now I have a lot of pressure on the board. Um, and he might de-prison me. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Um, and so I'll just set this. It's a one card for one card. That's fine. I thin my deck out even more. I think he's having trouble getting multiple monsters on the board. Um, but that works to my benefit, right? And so I'll set the Wing Blast and probably discard a Maxi because again they're not that good versus his deck. Um, I got the Cherubim, and I don't think that was a bad choice actually because like I like games where like we collect resources and like try to push through. And so I'll Maxi on the normal, um, and that puts a lot of pressure on him. Because he's got this really weak Hunder, and I can just run it over, and now it forces him to like just not do anything, which is fine, right? Because I have two Maxis, and like it's not that good against the deck anyway, and I'd rather not let him get like a rank 4 out that could potentially um, swing the game in his favor. Um, kind of want to use it. I'll just draw for turn. Um, um, And the one thing I'm worried about is D-Prison, but I don't know if people are maining that again, right? It's the new format, so I'm just going to try to run over this Maw Hunder. Okay, sweet. So there you go, right? I was able to like force him to like use a Book of Moon on my Cherubim, which will still have its effect activated if he destroys it somehow. And now I can just Windwing Blast. So is he Seahorsing? He's Seahorsing, right? It's for its effect. Okay. And thankfully he drew it after the Sunder, which means he can't like just continue to plus off of them, and he can't special summon this turn, and he can't get over this, right? So like two of these cards are Vylon Prisms, so unless the third and fourth are trapped, right? Like I can push through this with my back row. The shitty thing is, right? I can't kill both those dudes, but I can certainly try. So I'm gonna flip summon this girl, and again just try to attack over this Maw Hunter. Bottomless. So it's still my main phase then? Does that change anything? I'm gonna say I'm thinking, even though I don't think there's anything I can do right now. I guess that's the one problem with Cherubim, right? Is that it has to go to the graveyard, which kind of sucks. I don't really have a play here, yeah, so she's just gonna get banished. But whatever. I still have the Trags, and the Veiler will be live in a little bit, and so I'll just pass. Not optimal, right? Because now he's starting to get more resources than me, and he's got the extra normal summon from the Maw Hunter, so he can go double. He can go double, but okay, I don't care about that. Yeah, and he's just gonna synchro, right? And let's see, we get 18. I'm just gonna maxi him again. Because I have this Tragodia, and so if he doesn't synchro or XYZ and he attacks into it, I have a Trag that's too big for him to get over. and then it forces him main phase 2 to draw, and then my Dragody will get stronger. Even if he gets something like Scrap Dragon,